All about my life and how, there's certain things when certain things happen in my life. There are certain things that show me signs or whatever that leads up to it, so that I know that it's going to happen. Now, yeah, I already told y'all about the thing about the Washington Shores and the robbing. Now I'm telling y'all, now there's something about I'm gonna have some kind of fraud thing, because like somebody's gonna fraud me or something, because it's been too many in the past week where fraud is not something that's even ever mentioned, in my life. There's been like three occurrences where I went to this job. They had my information and it was on like a system that everybody had access to it, and it wasn't secured. Then they offered fraud insurance. I've never ever had a place offer fraud insurance. Then on top of that, today at work, we were talking about that. Then on top of that, my phone got stolen right after that with information in it. Now, next up, I'm just so weary right now. So I go in to change all the passwords that I can think of on the accounts that I use, that I can recall. And there's no reason for me to be on the plus site. But I saw notifications. And when I went there, the first name that pops up, and this is, how if you don't have anything on it, it'll like automatically put, things on your page. The first thing that pops up is Derek Ross. Now, of course, I'm sure this Derek Ross, I do not know. This is just somebody that vlogs about different things. Okay. But his name was the first to pop up. When I was growing up, I had a childhood friend named Derek Ross. The second name that pops up is somebody named Ellie Fennel. I do not know this person or Eli Fennel personally, but I worked for this man that was from Israel or something. And his real name wasn't Ellie, but that's what people called him. So I don't know. Something's happening. Like I said, that's how my life is. There are signs that things are gonna happen, and something's gonna happen here, and I don't know what it is. That's just how my life is. When I start having, when things, like I said, I tried to not have this little tragic situation occur, and I knew that something was coming. I told y'all, like yesterday, I did the little song about looking for the next tragedy. And, then this morning I was talking about taking responsibility and not allowing the next tragedy to happen, or at least thinking positive about it. But for whatever reason, whoever controls the universe, it's just something is going to happen. And it's not going to be where I'm going to be seen as an antagonizer. It's where I'm going to be seen as a victim. I see it coming. And it scares me a little bit, but it's all part of life's lessons. And like I said, the car following me yesterday. And I mean, it's just, I don't know. And then I feel like I'm in this situation, I have to work. So, I mean, I have to go to these places. And I don't know. And I told y'all, like, a long time ago, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I met this guy in Fort Lauderdale. And just somebody to talk to, nothing major. And we went out once, and he was Haitian American, but he looked like a regular Black American person. And we were just enjoying ourselves, having a good conversation, having lunch, and he just stopped literally in the middle of what he was talking about and looked at me, and he says to me, there's a lot of demons around you. A lot of you not, and I'm not even into all that kind of stuff. And he says, and this, I didn't ask him this. We weren't even talking about that. It's like all of, whew, something just, maybe it's a moth or something in here. But I didn't ask him about this. We weren't talking about it. We were just having a good old fun, friendship, friendly conversation, enjoying ourselves, chatting. And he just says to me, out of the blue, it's like something just came over him, and it was creepy. It's like he almost went into a trance, and he was like, I see a lot of demons around you. He says, I see jealousy, suicide, depression, and insanity and lust. And I was just like, what the hell? And I looked at him and I laughed. I laughed at him because I was just like, "What are you talking about? I don't feel none of those things." You know, and then I kind of joked and I said, "Lust occasionally, but I keep that to myself. That's not something that I put, and it's just a fleeting thought. It's nothing crazy like that." And he was just like, "Well, they haven't gotten into you or whatever, but they're around you, and they're waiting for a moment of weakness." And he was just telling me to stay prayed up. That's scary. That's scary to me because it's just scary to me. I got chills right now up my spine talking about it, and I'm just praying to God because those things are not my qualities. Like I said, lust maybe a little bit, but it's not something that I interact with other people on. That's something personal and semi-private to me. Meaning that I may look for someone to share those type of ideas with, but never to actually enact in a situation where it would never happen because I'm to myself. And it scares me, and that was a sin that I created for myself. But that's very scary to me. And when things get weird like this, where stuff is popping up and shit like that, just like before that legal situation, I had things were happening to show me that that was going to happen. And at first I ignored it. I remember and this was before anything ever happened. So I don't know if somebody hacked my, it could be a reasonable explanation. Like somebody that knew me hacked my computer and was trying to warn me because maybe they knew these people or something. But I was playing Hangman on the computer. The words that kept coming up, my screen went dark again. And that was happening a lot in Fort Lauderdale too. There's nothing wrong with this phone, y'all. Just to let you know, the screen just went dark out of nowhere. But when I was in Fort Lauderdale, um, no, not in Fort Lauderdale, but when this legal thing happened, like I was playing Hangman, and this was before that was anywhere near, and I kept seeing these crazy words. Like the only words that would come up, nothing else. It was like jail, prison, women, something. It was like all of these things that was associated with that. And shortly thereafter, that's when I had that situation. Creepy, you guys, I'm telling you. So I don't know, my life is weird. We don't know how the universe really operates. And it may all be logical. It may just be like like I said, the systems, the smartphones, computers, and all that stuff. People there are it's a known fact now that they look and they listen and they watch. And it's just so you never know. But I'm just letting y'all know this, my life is just really strange. And y'all saw that like yesterday. I didn't record yesterday. It was just a thought that came into my mind. And the ad lib that I did this morning was not the original recording that I did yesterday because it was fresh. This morning was just the remnants of me just saying whatever was on the top of my head. And that was the title. Yeah, it was very horrible rendition, y'all. I'm sorry. But that was the title of the first song, Looking for the Next Tragedy. Now, the other thing I want to say too about how my perception of this incident is occurring is that some of it may be from outside forces, how I feel about it, because I am feeling negatively about it and I didn't feel that bad about it before. But all that negative conversation on the bus made me feel that way. But the truth is, I need to stay focused. My goal is to continue to go to work, continue to finish with this job, get paid, do what I got to do. Now, what's scary to me, and I talked to y'all about this job earlier, is that I really don't like it. And that's scary to me because not only do I not like it, but this is the type of job that typically does not like me. You know what I'm saying? But I need it. They're the type of place, it's the type of place to take advantage of people. And I just don't like that type of place. So, I'm just going to hang in there because I have to. And it just scares me. I mean, this whole situation, everything is scary. And then the next job um, for next week, it's the same type of place. And again, there's always a question mark raised when you get a job and they don't show you the actual place where you're going to be working and sitting. That says to me that there's something that you're not going to like there. And then this guy that works there, He says he's a regional director. And, I believe him that he is, because with places like that, you know, like I said, I've been given all kinds of crazy titles um, that sounded real big and all that. And you don't know what people have to do to get what they are. So, um, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here, but I'm gonna, contact my coworkers back. Oh, it's kind of late now. Is it late? I don't know. I don't even know what freaking time it is. But I'm gonna contact It's late. My coworkers back and just let them know what's up. Well, no, I'm not gonna. It's almost 9:45. I'm not contacting him, but I might contact the other one just to find out what's going on. And boy, oh boy, This is just weird. Weird. It's whatever God or whatever the Creator wants. So I'm not even gonna trip because I have the wherewithal and the faculties. Oh, and it went dark again. I have the wherewithal and the faculties to, overcome this. So, that's what I'm going to do. As long as I'm living and breathing, and as long as I have the willpower and the mind, spirit, soul, whatever to do so, I'm going to continue on and, work steadily through to get through it. It scares me. Um, but I'm just going to leave it. I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna go ahead and contact this person back and do what I need to do. So, anyways, peace out. Bye.